How far can a team go when criticism becomes fuel and pressure transforms into competitive fire? When analysts doubt their every move, when former coaches publicly question their mindset, and when the national conversation frames them as a group only surviving on borrowed time, something inside a locker room begins to shift. That was exactly what happened with the Denver Broncos in the days leading up to their pivotal showdown against the Kansas City Chiefs. The noise had been constant for weeks, and even though quarterback Bo Nix tried to block it out by deleting social media, the atmosphere around the team was heavy, tense, and filled with skepticism from every direction. Meanwhile, Sean Payton was absorbing every word, every doubt, and every insinuation that his team had no real chance against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and he decided to turn all of it into motivation. The Denver Broncos entered the game under a cloud of national criticism, yet inside the building, there was a different energy, a growing determination to respond on the field instead of through interviews or online conversations. With CBS analyst and Hall of Fame coach Bill Cowher suggested the Broncos were playing with house money, it struck a nerve in Sean Payton. It was the kind of dismissive comment that implied the Broncos were simply participating rather than truly competing, and Payton used that sentiment as a form of internal ignition. He spoke throughout the week about aggression, about taking control, and about refusing to accept the narrative being placed upon his team. The players heard it, embraced it, and carried it into Sunday when the Broncos defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 20-19. The result felt like more than a win. It felt like a release of weeks of mounting tension and frustration. A wave of vindication spread through the locker room as players expressed a unified sense of pride and defiance against a team that had dominated the AFC West. For nearly a decade, the Broncos not only won, but responded to every doubt with conviction. This was not just a victory in the standings, it was a declaration that the identity of the Broncos was shifting toward resilience and unity. Payton explained that Cowher's comments sparked something deeper inside him. He did not want his team seen as lucky challengers or underdogs surviving on chance. Instead, he reinforced to his players that pressure was on the Chiefs and that the Broncos had nothing to fear or protect. They planned to take the ball if they won the coin toss, and even though they lost it, their mindset was already established. They were entering the game with confidence and intent, and they executed with purpose. Payton was clear that the team they faced had everything to lose, and he wanted his players to feel empowered. And unburdened veteran left tackle Garrett Bowles echoed the internal belief inside the locker room. After the game, he spoke about how outside opinions did not matter. More important was the trust the team held in one another, from ownership to coaches to staff to players. Bowles pushed back against critics, stating that no one outside the building could define who the Broncos were or how committed they remained to improving together. The sentiment inside the team had been building for weeks, and the win provided the perfect moment for those emotions to surface. For Bo Nix, the situation carried a different weight. As a young quarterback facing significant scrutiny, he had been the focal point of national criticism. For 2 weeks, analysts questioned his readiness, his poise, and his performance, and it forced him to remove distractions. However, his teammates defended him strongly, calling out the negativity from the media and standing by his potential and progress. After outperforming Mahomes in key moments, Nix offered a more reflective message, explaining that people are always entitled to their opinions and that criticism is an inevitable part of the game. His focus remained locked on internal growth, on mental clarity, and on blocking out the noise that could disrupt his preparation. The Broncos have developed a culture defined by accountability, belief, and unwavering resilience. Those qualities have carried them through difficult moments, including their heartbreaking loss last season at Arrowhead Stadium when a blocked field goal cost them the game. Payton referred to that moment when discussing the irony of sealing a win over the Chiefs with a field goal attempt. It was a reminder that painful moments can shape a team, strengthen its core, and fuel long-term success. Since that loss, the Broncos have gone 14-4 in the regular season, a testament to their developmental trajectory and emotional discipline. Now, as the Broncos enter their bye week, they do so with momentum, confidence, and an 8-game winning streak, which currently stands as the best in the league. The break will quiet outside noise, give the players time to recover, and allow the coaching staff to prepare for the crucial final stretch of 6 games ahead, 3 at home, 3 on the road, each one with growing significance. The belief inside the locker room is now stronger than ever, and the Broncos have positioned themselves as a team that no longer absorbs criticism passively, but uses it as fuel to rise higher. This win was not just about beating a divisional rival, it was about reclaiming identity, redefining expectations, and proving that pressure does not break this team. Instead, it forges them, strengthens them, and pushes them toward their potential as they move into the next phase of their season. The Broncos carry with them a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper trust in one another, and a growing belief that they are capable of far more than anyone outside their building predicted.